Look, we've all been there. You set a big goal, maybe it's hitting the gym, learning the code, or finally writing that novel. You're pumped for like 2 days. Then boom, you're back on the couch scrolling through memes at 2 a.m., wondering why you can't get your act together. Discipline feels like this mythical superpower that everyone else has, but you're just wired to pick the comfiest, laziest option every single time. And you know what? That's not your fault. Your brain is literally designed to chase instant comfort. But here's the secret nobody tells you. Discipline isn't about willpower. It's about making the wrong choice so annoying, so painful, that doing the right thing feels like a relief. Stick with me and I'll show you how to hack your environment so discipline becomes the easy choice. Let's get one thing straight. Relying on willpower is like trying to hold water in your hands. It's gonna slip through. Your brain loves the path of least resistance. It's why you hit snooze instead of waking up at 6 a.m., or why you end up watching a 20-minute video about why pandas are secretly evil instead of working on your project. The internet's full of advice like, just stay motivated or visualize your goals. Yeah, okay, that's cute, but motivation fades faster than your phone battery. The real problem? Choosing comfort has zero consequences in the moment. Skip the gym? No one's knocking on your door to yell at you. Procrastinate on your work? You still get to binge that new series. Your brain's like, this is fine. So how do we fix this? We make not doing the thing suck more than doing it. Here's the deal. Humans are way better at avoiding pain than chasing rewards. There's this thing in psychology called loss aversion. We'll do almost anything to avoid losing something, especially if it hurts right now. Let's say you want to wake up early, but every morning you're wrestling with your snooze button like it's a WWE match. The standard advice is find your why or set a morning routine. Nah, that's too soft. Instead, make staying in bed the worst option. Put your alarm across the room, right next to a glass of cold water. When it goes off, you have to get up to turn it off. And since you're already up, splash that water on your face or chug it. Your body's awake, your bed's far away, and going back to sleep feels like more work than just staying up. Boom, you're out of bed. The key to discipline is to lazy-proof your environment. Your brain's sneaky. It'll find every excuse to slack off. Want to stop getting distracted while working? Website blockers are great, but if you know you'll just turn them off, go old school. Take your phone, power it down, and stick it in another room. Better yet, give it to a friend and tell them not to give it back until you've finished your task. If you're working on a laptop and keep opening random tabs, unplug the Wi-Fi router and put it in the garage. Yeah, it sounds extreme, but that's the point. When checking social media or watching top 10 ways cats outsmart humans becomes a hassle, you'll get bored of trying and just do your work instead. Now, let's talk about something that hits harder than a cold shower: money. People would jump through hoops to avoid losing cash. If you want to stick to a habit like working out, put some skin in the game. Tell a friend you'll pay them $20 every time you skip a gym session. Suddenly, missing a workout isn't just, I'll go tomorrow, it's, I'm throwing away $20. If $20 doesn't sting, make it $50. Or go nuclear. There are apps that'll donate your money to a cause you hate if you don't follow through. Imagine skipping leg day and accidentally funding something you can't stand. Trust me, you'll be at the gym faster than you can say squat rack. Humans are social creatures. We care what people think, even if we act like we don't. Use that to your advantage. If you're procrastinating on a project, tell someone you respect, a friend, a mentor, even your mom, that you'll show them your progress by Friday. Now, slacking off means you have to face them and admit you did nothing. That's not just laziness, it's embarrassing. There's this concept called body doubling, where just having someone else around makes you focus better. Can't find someone? Join an online co-working session. Your brain registers other people watching, and suddenly, scrolling through memes feels like a bad idea. Nobody wants to be that guy who's slacking while everyone else is grinding. Here's another trick: temptation bundling. Pair something you want to do with something you need to do. Love watching cheesy romance shows? Only let yourself watch them at the gym while you're on the treadmill. Want to listen to that new podcast? Only play it while you're cooking healthy meals. Your brain starts associating the boring task with something fun, and suddenly it's not so boring anymore. I know a guy who only lets himself play video games after finishing his daily coding practice. Now he's coding like a pro because he needs to get to that next level in his game. Make the thing you want to do the reward for the thing you have to do. Now, don't go overboard and set consequences that are too harsh. If you're just starting out and say, I'll donate $100 every time I skip a workout, but then skip anyway, you're just broke and discouraged. Start with small, annoying consequences. Maybe it's $5 to a friend or doing 10 push-ups if you miss a study session. The goal isn't to punish yourself into misery, it's to make skipping feel like more trouble than it's worth. And watch out for loopholes. If you put your alarm across the room but start keeping earplugs handy to block it out, your brain's outsmarting you. Stay one step ahead. Adjust the setup so cheating isn't an option. Some people worry that this approach, making the bad choice painful, feels too extreme. But here's the thing, extreme works. When the alternative to doing your task is losing money, looking dumb in front of friends, or physically inconveniencing yourself, you act. Studies on habit formation, like those in Atomic Habits, show that immediate consequences shape behavior way better than vague, far-off rewards. You don't go to work because you love it, you go because getting fired is worse. You don't pay your bills because it's fun, you pay them because eviction is a nightmare. Discipline is already in you. You just need to flip the switch so the easy choice is the right one. Speaking of flipping switches, let me tell you about Brilliant, who's kindly sponsoring this video. Brilliant is like a gym for your brain, with thousands of interactive lessons in math, science, coding, data analysis, and even AI. It's not about boring lectures or memorizing formulas, it's about solving problems that actually make you think, like a game that levels up your skills. I've been using Brilliant to learn programming, and it's helped me build a daily habit because it's fun. Instead of scrolling through pointless videos, I'm tackling puzzles that make me smarter. Want to give it a try? Get a 30-day free trial and 20% off an annual premium subscription at brilliant.org/unfilteredguy. Trust me, it's the easiest way to turn your downtime into growth time. Here's the bottom line. Discipline isn't about being a superhero, it's about outsmarting your lazy brain. Make the bad choice, skipping the gym, procrastinating, hitting snooze, so annoying, so costly, that doing the right thing feels like the path of least resistance. Put your alarm across the room, lock your phone in a drawer, bet money with a friend. Tell people your goals so slacking off feels embarrassing. You're already capable of discipline. You do it every day when the stakes are high enough. So raise the stakes. Make the wrong choice hurt more than the right one, and watch how fast you start crushing your goals. Now go out there and make it happen. And don't forget to check out Brilliant to keep your brain sharp. See you in the next one.